Hollywood teaches the world how to dream, but it never teaches you how to survive the nightmare when the dream starts to fade. Behind the applause, behind the standing ovations and timeless films, there are wounds that never make it onto the screen. For Ron Howard, a man the world believed was untouched by tragedy, the illusion finally shattered. For decades, he carried himself with calm dignity, quietly outlasting the chaos that destroyed so many child stars. America watched him grow up and assumed he had escaped the curse, but the truth was far more complicated and far more painful. At 71, Ron Howard is no longer hiding behind silence. The violent and shocking death of Rob Reiner didn't just rock Hollywood, it forced Ron to confront a truth he had buried for a lifetime. This wasn't about rivalry or politics, it was about mortality, about realizing that no amount of success, discipline, or creative control can protect the people you love from being taken away. In the wake of Rob Reiner's tragic end, Ron Howard finally opened the door to emotions he had locked away for decades: regret, fear, and the haunting awareness that time always wins. And what he finally admitted has left even Hollywood stunned. Ronald William Howard was born on March 1, 1954, in Duncan, Oklahoma, into a family already chasing dreams in entertainment. His parents, Rance Howard and Jean Spiegel, were actors balancing hope with uncertainty, ambition with survival. Before Ron could understand what childhood even meant, he was already working. At just 18 months old, he appeared in Frontier Woman, unknowingly stepping into a life that would never truly be his own. When the family moved to California in the late 1950s, normal childhood disappeared completely. Script pages replaced toys, film sets replaced playgrounds. While other children learned how to ride bikes, Ron learned how to memorize lines and stand under hot studio lights. Everything changed on October 3, 1960, when The Andy Griffith Show premiered. At just 6 years old, Ron became Opie Taylor, the symbol of innocence America adored. Viewers felt like they knew him, loved him, and claimed him as their own. But behind the scenes, Ron studied in a tiny classroom near Stage 40 at Desilu Studios, listening to other children laugh outside while he worked between takes. His father fought fiercely to protect him, insisting he never act cute, only honest. That advice shaped his artistry, but it could not shield him from the emotional cost of being everyone's child while never fully being his own. Those early years left scars that never truly healed. Fear followed him quietly. During The Music Man in 1962, 8-year-old Ron panicked, terrified he couldn't master a dance routine. Shirley Jones comforted him as the production hid his mistakes by filming from the knees down. Millions praised his charm, never knowing the anxiety trembling behind his smile. That fear became part of him, shaping a man who learned to perform confidence even when it didn't exist. In 1974, Happy Days gave him another defining role. As Richie Cunningham, Ron Howard once again became America's safe, dependable presence. But by his early 20s, he felt trapped. While the real world grappled with the Vietnam War and cultural upheaval, his character remained untouched by reality. When Ron asked for a single storyline acknowledging the war, the network refused. That rejection suffocated him. He realized acting would never give him freedom. Directing became his escape. In 1977, Roger Corman offered him a lifeline. Star in Eat My Dust, and he could direct his own film. That project became Grand Theft Auto, shot on a $62,000 budget and earning $15 million. For the first time, Ron felt control, real control. But that control quickly became obsession.
Film after film followed. Night Shift, Splash, Cocoon, Willow, Parenthood. His reputation grew, and so did the pressure. By the time he directed Apollo 13, Ron Howard pushed himself beyond human limits. He demanded absolute authenticity, filming over 600 zero-gravity sequences aboard NASA's Vomit Comet. He worked 18-hour days for months, refusing shortcuts. When he returned to set, the crew wore shirts reading "Mission Control." They would follow him anywhere. But Ron knew he had crossed a dangerous line. Success had come at a cost. That cost became painfully clear in 1991 during Far and Away. Ron left for 6 months to shoot in Ireland, leaving his wife Cheryl Howard alone with newborn twins and young children. When he came home, his infant daughter didn't recognize him. His children had grown without him. Years later, Ron admitted he would give up every award, every film, just to reclaim that lost time. The cycle repeated again during Cinderella Man. Sleepless nights, missed moments, quiet exhaustion carried by Cheryl, holding the family together while Ron chased perfection. He later confessed that he spent decades believing he always had to say yes, always had to prove he deserved his success. The one person who truly understood him was his brother, Clint Howard. They grew up together on film sets, sharing a childhood few could understand. Adulthood, however, was unforgiving. Addiction nearly destroyed Clint until Ron Howard issued an ultimatum in 1990: get help or lose everything. Clint survived, and their bond deepened. Years later, Clint Howard faces a severe, debilitating illness. For the first time, Ron Howard is powerless. He cannot fix it or rewrite the ending, and that helplessness has shaken him deeply. Then the news broke. Rob Reiner and his wife, Michelle Singer, were found murdered in their Brentwood home. The brutality shattered Ron's sense of order. If this could happen to Rob, it could happen to anyone. In a rare public statement, Ron Howard spoke not as a director, but as a grieving human being. He spoke of Rob Reiner as a man of passion, conviction, and love for family. He spoke of Michelle, of the children left behind, and of the unimaginable trauma they now carry. He admitted the violence forced him to hold his loved ones closer and confront how fragile everything truly is. Slowing down changed him. Stepping away from endless productions left Ron Howard alone with silence, and in that silence he faced a painful truth. He told the world's stories while neglecting his own. At 71, he knows legacy means nothing without presence. If this story moved you, please like, share, and subscribe, because time and love matter most. Thanks for watching.